Good day everyone. Welcome to Teacher Julie channel. Hello everyone. We have our new lesson in MAPEH 7 for Physical Education and Health, which is all about examples of common conditions. This will be the fourth quarter topic and learning competency number 1. This lesson is under the MATATAG For the objectives, by the end of the lesson, 80% of the learners will be able to. First is to explain the common conditions such as fainting, poisoning, and choking. And the second one is to create a graphic organizer representing the common health conditions and their signs and symptoms. And the third one is to discuss the importance of empathy and active listening when working with patient experiencing by answering the reflection of learning. In activating the prior knowledge, for the short review, the students will write T if the statement is true and if the statement is the following are the examples of common conditions. So the first one is the bites. Bites are injuries from animals or human teeth or insect. So they can cause puncture wounds, cuts, or scrapes on the skin. So bites can vary in serious and may lead to infections or venom. The second one is the wounds. So wounds are injuries that cause damage to the skin or underlying tissues. So they can range from minor cuts and scrapes to more serious injuries like puncture wounds or lacerations. Wounds may result from accidents, falls, or contact with sharp objects. Another example of common condition is the burns. So burns are injuries caused by heat, chemicals, electricity, or radiation that damage the skin and tissues. And they can vary in severity from minor redness and discomfort to severe tissue damage and loss. And another one is bleeding. So it refers to the loss of blood from damaged blood vessels, and it can occur externally, visible from cuts or wounds, or internally, which may not be immediately appearance. Another example of common condition is the fainting. So it refers to the temporary loss of consciousness, typically caused by a temporary reduction in the blood flow to the brain. So it often occurs due to the sudden drop in blood pressure or lack of oxygen reaching the brain. And another example of common condition is the poisoning. So in the context of first aid, it refers to the ingestion, inhalation, or absorption of substances that are harmful to the body. And these substances known as poisons and can include chemicals, medications, plants, or household products. Another example of common condition is choking. So it occurs when an object becomes lodged in the throat or windpipe, blocking the flow of the air. This obstruction prevents the person from breathing effectively and can quickly lead to life-threatening situation. Another example of common condition is the hyperventilation. So it refers to the rapid or shallow breathing that leads to an excessive intake of oxygen and reduced levels of carbon dioxide in the body. Another example of common condition is the heart attack. So it occurs when the blood flow to the part of the heart is blocked, usually by the blood clot, and this leads to the damage or the death of the heart muscle cells. Another one is the stroke. So it occurs when there is an interruption of blood flow to the brain, resulting in damage to the brain cells. So this interruption can happen due to the blockage in the blood vessels or the bursting of the blood vessels. For the work example, the students will answer the activity called the First Aid Vocabulary Quest. So for the objectives, the students will familiarize the specific vocabulary that are related to the first aid for common condition.